Hi everyone, thank you for watching the DevRelCon Yokohama 2023 speaker interview session. I'm today's host Taiji as a co-organizer of this conference. For this interview session, I'll introduce one of our awesome speakers and have chatting. It takes only maybe the 15 minutes around that. Please have fun, right? Today's guest is the Mike Elsmore at Infobip. Please welcome Mike.
Hello, good
Hey.
evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody.
You're right. All over the world, right? Okay. Yeah. How's it going?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So, thank you for joining today. And the purpose of this session is for the audiences to know you, and for more people to be interested in your session of the DevRelCon Yokohama 2023. Right. At first, could you please introduce yourself? And it's okay to talk about not only your business work, also your interests, like music, sports, and any hobbies for you. Right.
No worries.
Please. Yeah.
Hello again. I'm Mike. I am a developer advocate in Infobip, and I've been in the developer advocacy and community building space for roughly 10 years now, with a nice little break in the middle where I went back to being an engineer for a tiny bit. I'm a JavaScript hacker by trade. I like building stuff. I stream on the internet for fun, normally Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And in general, I'm a giant nerd. Sci-fi, everything brings me joy. It's one of the reasons why I'm really glad my hotel in Yokohama is going to be just down the road from the Gunpla factory. Not going to lie, I'm probably going to spend a whole afternoon there. Yeah, I'm also just massively into nerdy stuff and usually alternative music as well. So that's me in a really small nutshell.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Right. That's you said the you talk about Yokohama. That's how have you been to Yokohama area before?
Yes, I have, because I'm happy to have said I have spent time with Taiji in a karaoke booth after the conference before.
Yeah.
And I went for an explore down to the shopping mall and theme park
Mm-hmm.
at Yokohama
Mm-hmm.
back
Yeah.
in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that time when I went down to the Gunpla factory, the giant Gunpla that they had built was
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah.
They were replacing it, so I was very upset.
Yeah. Cool. That's all. Yeah, I remember that we went to the karaoke the after party of the before the DevRelCon Tokyo. Right. Yeah. Cool. Right. And so, do you all have the uh, lots of experience for the developer community? You said 10 years about, right?
About 10 years at this point, so
Yeah.
I had been running events in the form
Mm-hmm.
of hackathons and meetups
Right.
and conferences since
Mm-hmm.
my first event called Hackfront 2013. And
Oh.
I ran that all the way up until 2018. And in 2019, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have the time to run it. And then we had the pandemic, and I have yet to work out if I'm going to bring it back yet.
Mm-hmm. Cool. By the way, how the situation of the any developer community in UK?
Um, Now, the UK's developer community is very geographically split.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we have communities in the major cities, Birmingham, Manchester, Edinburgh,
Mm-hmm.
London, and Bristol.
Mm-hmm.
However, these communities don't interact a lot. They are very siloed, which
Mm-hmm.
means when you work with each of these communities, you're working with them very independently rather than talking to a wide spectrum of people from each community, which is such a shame, but that's the way it is in the UK. Everything is quite siloed.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, I went to London sometime to attend any developer event. I forgot the name, the code space or what? Like the happening for uh, Node.js Conf or Full
Yes,
Stack Conf or something. The
yes,
around near London Station.
yes. There was yes, because there's Code Sushi, there's London Node User Group,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
Node.js front end teams.
Yeah.
They
Right.
all have their own.
Cool. Wow. Okay, amazing. Okay, so thank you for your sort of introduction. And the next, I would like to ask you about your talk session. Your talk title is "The Streaming After a Pandemic." All right.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Could you please introduce your session overview for the audiences? But please get no spoilers. Right.
No worries. I left DevRel for a little while and went back to being an engineer back in 2017 to 2020, and got back into DevRel. Happy days. Was booked into a bunch of events to go travel to. Fantastic. The job is as it is. March 2020 happens and we all have a pandemic. Now,
Mm,
for those of you who've been in developer relations for any plus 3 years, so you were doing it before the pandemic, it was a very hard transition of how do you get your outreach. We don't do as much writing as we do now. So where do we find our topics? How do we reach out to communities? And weirdly enough, people started to stream on Twitch. And I started doing that, and I still am, but instead of it being my job now, I now do it for fun. Because weirdly enough, now the pandemic is, I'm not going to say it's gone, but now that the world is more open, we can go and travel more. So I can now do just the streaming to build weird things for myself. And my talk is going to be around how that happened and how that growth pattern works. And more importantly, how since the pandemic, it hasn't gone away. There is still a huge community of people interested in learning from and going to Twitch and YouTube to learn to program from people actively doing so in their chosen language or technology of choice.
mm,
And just as a little thing to help those who haven't streamed before, don't have the first clue of what to do, I'm going to give them a run through on the basic equipment and the basic requirements to just get in front of people and get it done. I'm even going to see if I can source a decent set of links for people to directly just go pick up what they want.
I see. Thank you. Yeah, as you mentioned, there is a very important. We have now the broadcasting platform for the delivering any tech event, maybe including the conference, like the DevRelCon. So yeah, I remember the 2 years the DevRelCon. Also, they had broad just online event, right?
Yeah.
The DevRelCon Earth or DevRelCon anywhere, right? Tokyo was also the broadcasting the for as an online conference. Yeah, so it's a very interesting topic, I think. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, by the way, the in your local city, the now getting to normal situation, it means not only online, also the in-person event or something.
Yes.
Yes. Mm.
The smaller meetups in the city I live in are very
Mm-hmm.
much in person only, but that's because
Oh,
the
yeah.
meetups are for 10, 20, 30 people.
Mm-hmm. Right. I
However,
see.
because I live in a large metropolitan area, there are 300 or 400 plus people meetups every month.
Mm-hmm.
And we now try and hybrid stream those because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people can't come because we run out of space. So they
Mm-hmm.
want to watch it online. And other times, there are still people who are scared to go to events. Or they no longer live in the city but want to be part of it. So we
Mm-hmm.
now, the 3 meetups involved are DevOps, Birmingham, Fusion Meetup, which is one of the meetups I help organize and run, and Brum.js, where we try streaming those live whilst we are having the in-person event so that people can still be part of the community they once were.
I see. Right. And so I think it's a little similar with the Japan the situation. There are mainly that I guess that a lot of people that want to have the in-person event and want to join the in-person event, but we have the still now that any restriction or rules under the company or depending the family situation or something, and they need to travel and they need to have the enough time. So it's a little bit difficult to attend the in-person event sometimes. So as you mentioned, it's maybe it's better the solution that is a hybrid event.
I would agree, and that is now unfortunately what I end up doing every month. Is I take my streaming kit from in here and I walk into an event and I set it up for us to stream.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Right, cool. I think that your talk will bring us to the current situation with the COVID, maybe, and I believe that there are lots of the developers who are interested in this topic, your session. I think, right? Okay, thank you, Mike. That you have great career of developer advocacy and the community. I strongly recommend every developer guys should attend your talk at the conference. Do you have anything else you want to say for the audiences this time?
I look very much to talking to you, and I hope we all have a pleasant conversation and time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Taiji.
Yeah, welcome. I'm happy to have this time today. All right. Okay, it was great talking about you and your session. And thank you for your time again. And I hope you also will enjoy the DevRelCon Yokohama 2023 with us. Right?
I will 100%.
Yeah, cool. Okay, thank you, Mike. See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye. Hey, thank you for audiences. Announcing again, our conference, DevRelCon Yokohama 2023, will be held on March 10th and 11th. The ticket is now on sale. Please save the date and waiting the day. Right? Thank you again, everyone. All right. See you at the conference. Bye for now.